Alrighty, take two. Can I make sense of any of the shit that I've been stuck on so far? Oh, I haven't looked at this one yet, have I? I just solved that one. This is new. This one's new! In it? Okay, so that throws that out the window fucking instantly. So that it was useful to consider the idea of making them not be the same shapes as each other to solve this puzzle. I made the 3 and the 4 not attached to anything. Immediately, this one is surrounded on all ends by dots, so they have to be combinable. Just not in the same one. Or technically the same one, it's just, yeah, these are different meanings. Anyway, we can't go above. You can't go above this one, so that means this one's not combined. This one is not part of the shape, because this one's part of the shape. Probably, or not. Could not be. You never fucking know. Could be like ba-bam. Bazinga. But then that doesn't work. Also, that's a 5. This is 5, so that doesn't work for that. But also, you can't replicate it over onto the other purple one, so that doesn't. Nope. Make it an L, and then be like, haha, but then you can't separate that because of all the neighbors being bad. Whatever I do here has to be combinable into this other side. Huh? That's a 4, and that, so this is a 4, and it makes the square, and then these are the same square, but they're on different sides of it, so that counts as different positions on the non-rotating axis thingy. And then just to figure out how to cut this into a separate thing, and when I draw a line around it, I just cut a little divot out, and that makes this a 3 down here, and everything's happy. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. How about this nightmare? Alright, let's just clear everything that I put on here so far, and try not to acknowledge that, because it's gonna brain hurt. There's so much open space. I feel like this is a reasonable assumption. This is probably a 4 that goes up. Because this is a lot of teal. This is too much teal to fit in this corner. It definitely does this much. This much is guaranteed as being a 4 spot right here. And then where it goes from there, well, like if it goes right, then this is dead. So it has to go left or up. Or left and up? Possibly? But definitely this much is happening a minimum. Figuring out what's going on with the purple next to the locked in places orange spots is going to be dire and important. Let's see, I can't do this, can I? Nope, that makes you guys unhappy because you're different dot colors, so I can't combine you. Oh wait, you'd have to be this much anyway. But yeah, that's the test, that them being different dot colors does not work, which I believe we already knew. Because otherwise we could just cover the entire screen with one shape. Obviously. It's so obvious that I tested it. Anyway. Shape is rotatable. I'm not going to be combining it with this teal. Well, I could. But only if it's combined with this teal, and then that's such a huge shape that there's no way that that makes sense. Ain't no way that makes sense. But part of what I was struggling with here is that this has to be negative space. So you want to surround it now. But if I surround it to make a negative space, now this guy is here. I guess we'll cut that off. Maybe I do have to make a shape that involves this and all this, and then I just have to draw it on the other side of the map. And just deal with that. Because otherwise I don't know how to resolve the fact that this is here and has to be a part of a shape, but also this is here, which has to only be two things, and it has to be these two things specifically, because that blocks that, and that is a different color. So I have to make a shape here somehow, but also there's these two. Like, my go-to reaction is what I did up here, which is to try to combine the pink with the orange, because that's possible, and it just becomes a private little pocket of mess. But this is a 2, and you need 3 to reach this, and that one's really far away, so that's not compatible either. And we can't use this one because it doesn't. There's no way to make this reach this and not block this 8. It has to just spew forth in some direction. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Because also, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to redraw the shape I draw here over there anywhere. Because if I include these orange dots in the shape up there, it instantly becomes... That's how big it has to be. And that's only 3, so it can't match. But I can include this, but that's only a 6. But I'd have to, like, surgically draw it around the other shapes without making contact with any of them. Which is itself pretty hard to do. I guess that would do? No. We have additional problem. Yep. So if I rotate it in this direction so that this is the end, so that it goes up against the top wall, that means this is the end. But then that raises the question of how do I expand outward? Because it has to be this way, basically. But that means that goes this way, right? Ugh. Hang on a minute. So those matched at that point. That way would match with those. I can't do that because of that. No, I can't do that because they'll combine. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. Mouse. Isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That made the 8 and the 1 happy. As being this insane shape. But now I need to make this a 4 and that a 3 somehow. It'll upset the entire thing. If I remove that, then I remove that, so that doesn't work. But this has to be cut off somehow. These are no longer happy because they need one more pip. But this can't be combined with that because that would go off in a direction I can't cover. That 6 is currently happy. Oh. Okay. This shape and that shape are happy. This 4 is happy. I think those are all correct-ish. No, I just need to make this 3 and 3. Which I did before? Oh, fuck, it's over. Okay. That felt unsolvable, and then it suddenly was solved. And that's that's how it goes. Okay, I finished this whole. Where am I going now? I didn't finish this. The inside of this place. I had to look away from this mess. Yep. Gotta figure out how to draw 4 different shapes that are not rotated. And certain things are locked in just to be dick. And I can't just draw squares, because that breaks up all 4 of these guys. So I do like to draw squares. Big fan. Tip that down. And no. Did that one before, I'm pretty sure. Also, this middle part, the middle gutter, really ruins this guy. What am I gonna do here? Okay, so I can't rotate them, which means I can't make them the same shape as each other. Because if I could rotate them, then I would try to combine 2 of that. I would combine them into sets of 2 into a rotatable symmetrical shape. You can't rotate them. And they are forced to not be a checker pattern. And they're forced to be at uneven intervals where there's a wider gap in between them in this direction. Yeah, something like this would work if they're rotatable, because then you could invert it. I don't have a great thought process for this, because I am kind of just trying to draw 4 shapes over and over again. Or figure out how to solve that part, and then just kind of hope that the solution happens to pair the diamonds, because those are such different goals to juggle at once. That I'm not sure what to do about that. Nope. No way to make these own. Nope. They can't be 3 tall because there's these ones are only 2 apart. These ones are only 2 apart. You fool. You gosh damn fool. You cretin. And I can't, yeah, because I also can't checkerboard. Chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom. Yep. Because they're touching it counts as one shape, and that means that they're no longer compatible with each other, and it fucks it up. Let's see. Taiji notes. Cliff, mine, walk. Tetris, walkway, cave. There we go. I'm just like, I think I need to leave and stop looking at this for a bit because I'm not making even the slightest bit of opening progress. But I also don't know how to find this ever again. So I was like, I need to write down where this loose end is in some way. But I also don't know what anything in this game is called, which is the thing that comes up whenever I name the episodes. I'm like, I don't know the name of any location in this game. And they're somewhat similar, like industrial looking cliff places. An increasing number of the places I haven't figured out yet are mines. So I can't write that because they all are. I do need to be able to find places again after I don't solve them. Can't go that way. How do I leave? Here we go. Yeah, these ones are solved. And these ones are solved. They're throwing me off because they have red beams, but I think when you don't solve something, then the wires don't light up. But the red ones make me think I haven't solved them. I genuinely don't know if there's anything unsolved in like this entire chunk of the map, or if I completed this entire area. And somewhat awkwardly, I just don't really know how to find unsolved puzzles at this point. And I'm worried about spending entire episodes kind of running around in circles wondering what I'm missing. But because this puzzles are often also secrets, I don't know if I can necessarily like just like draw a map and like confidently check off each chunk of the area when I think I'm done. Because what if I'm wrong and there's more? Then like how do I know that I'm wrong? Kind of a bit of a paradox there. I do think I finished all of the trees and all of the binary though. Binary was really easy. So I don't think there was anything binary related that I didn't follow up on over there. In fact, the more north you go, I think the more the entire world's just completed, essentially. These are all complete. This whole house is complete. This whole court's out of order. I'll just have to let this episode run for like an extra 5 minutes or something, because I'm genuinely just walking around right now. It might be time to just poke at that, It might be time to just poke at that one waterfall cave for the most part. There's probably like a couple caves here and there that I'm not done with yet, but I think we're mostly running out. These are everywhere. They sure feel like fast travel, but I don't... The trick to it is unclear. I keep thinking about these because this is like different, right? Like in the opening area, them being one way made them positive, and them being another way made them negative, or at full or empty or whatever. But they were like the two sides were symmetrical, and so you would look at the outlines of the shapes, right, and that would determine which one was which. So like if there was broken pieces on one side, you'd look at the other side, like, aha, that's what the broken part looks like. But these ones, the left and right, don't match each other, and so this drew a connection between the pillars and binary, because this used the logic of binary, which is that if it's the two opposite symbols, then it counts as a positive. If it's two of the same, it counts as a negative. So you had to apply that to this pillar, which was a new interpretation of that approach. How is this not solved? Oh. So I was thinking about this, but I also needed a revisit of the rules a little bit. I was wondering if that's involved in the solution in the one in the water that I still haven't figured out. Like if that's the logic behind it, but in order to get there, I'm gonna have to solve this guy, I think. But hey, I found this. This is new. If I do that, then I can cut these off into sections and then win. Why doesn't that work? Oh. Now why doesn't it work? That's a pair and that's a pair. Oh, those aren't paired off correctly. That section's bad. It's bad to do that. You cannot do that, you cannot. Okay, it's probably gonna have to get weird. How about you guys? Huh? Hmm? 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 And then these two and these two together? I can't split them very well. There we go. Just need to find the way to break this area up because there's so many neighbors, and I have to. You have this whole system where you can only make the same colors touch on corners. You have to find out how to. It's like that one part of the United States where there's like it's like Colorado, and some other states. This is the Four Corners area. Where four boring shaped square states all touch each other. They all share one corner, but they don't collectively share. This doesn't really make any sense. Just fuck it. I was about to say they don't share borders, but of course all of them share borders with two of the other ones. But you know, it's a specific way where you try to. You know how this game works. I don't need to fucking fully reason out whatever the fuck connection this is. This barely makes sense. Oh my god, how do I get upstairs? This will eventually get me over the R. Yeah, these always matched. It feels like a disconnected rule, though. Like, am I supposed to correlate the difference between the two relationships? But, like, if it came down to... Like, these light up when both of the sides are the same. And they're full. And it's not like... I don't know if it makes sense to draw connections between the two of them. Just the fact that they're supposed to be opposites of each other, but that's the detail I was already filling in. Like, I already knew that they are equal to being opposites of each other. I feel like this uses different rules than the other pillar does. Well, by definition it does. Like, that one could have the two sides not match. And so it suddenly took on the rules of the binary system. So I wonder if I'm supposed to connect the one all the way over here with the one all the way over there in that way? But I feel like that doesn't... I still feel like that doesn't make sense. Because those do feel like just two completely different rule sets. Just because of the fact that on these ones, when both sides have concrete, it's a yes. And when they're both empty, it's no. But in the other one, if they're both the same, it's no, and if they're different, it's yes. Like, it's just different rules. But that was the rule for that one pillar, which made some sense contextually because it was by there, and it had different sides. But here we have two separate pillars that have themselves, both sides the same are the same on these ones. And so does it make sense to correlate across between the two of them? But also, if I am supposed to do the math between the two of them separately, what am I supposed to do with the fact that this one's just missing its data? Like, what do I do with that? Am I supposed to... I can't just solve it based on the fact that the data's gone because, like, it's supposed to be there. But I 100%, I don't, let's try to follow this leaf, but I don't think I can do anything with it. So those are both, it's the first square, if I'm even right, because I can't tell because this one's not marked. Might be a 0. It also could be 2 zeros. I don't know how many squares tall this part is. It might be 2 squares. I don't know, let's try to solve from the top, maybe. It's like 1, 2, 3. So 3 on... I guess I have the pattern memorized then. So 3 on, and I'm just going to take this one as being negative because there's nothing here. So 3 on, 1 off. 3 on. But then this one is on also, so this would be off because they're the same. Then 1 off, so that one's marked. So 1, 2, 3. Shit, I already fucked up, didn't I? I wish I could even at least see them at the same time. I guess I can do that. I have the power to awkwardly Windows command tool, screenshot these dicks and put them together in a useful way. Every time I look at this thing, I don't know if I'm just wasting everyone's time or actually going to make some kind of progress for once. You know what? This would have been better if I was standing on this. Then I could see the things. Maybe. Alright, and we'll switch from game capture to display capture. Look at this mess. Okay. It's already... The top and bottom don't line up. Well, I don't... This has to be a waste of time. There's no way this makes sense. It's like that part lines up with that part, I guess. And this is 3, and then there's just like a leftover square up here? If these faces match, it genuinely feels like this one's taller, so maybe this one is... bottom? I just think I'm wasting everyone's time. Okay, so... like, these are different. Bucket star. Hee hee. This same, because they're both empty. These are different. Because this is empty and that's full. Those are both full. These are opposites. Those are opposites. That's... I guess these are opposites because there's nothing there at all. And I don't even know, maybe that one's not opposite. So 0, so 313 is what I've landed on. Which is probably not correct. I'm gonna try that. And then once again leave because yep. I don't get it at all. Like, even when I try, even when I have the aha moment of, oh, I'll use that data from across the map. The data's incomplete on this side. And I've looked around, I don't see any kind of contextual evidence to use. Like, this rubble's just rubble. The shadow's just a shadow. There isn't like a growth pattern in the grass that suggests like, aha, this light used to be blocked and this light... there's no like indication of what the building structure used to be. It's just gone. And I don't think I've seen a crumpled, like the rest of it like left down on the ground anywhere. Like I think it's just gone. So I just don't get what they want from me. Are these supposed to mirror that? You know, these are just alternating, right? Because these stairs also follow the same pattern of being close, wider and narrower. But I think that's just, it's just alternating. It's just a motif, not a clue. I think. I hope? I think we've mostly narrowed it down to that one cave from earlier. That one pillar I can't figure out. and then this nightmare house. And then it's the ending cave and the ending. The real ending. These definitely frustrate me because they're really abstract in a way that makes me not want to deal with them anymore. But I guess I can be annoying. Let's be annoying and make this work. Bear with me while I do image editing again. Switch back to display capture. There we go. Hello, dickhead. Duplicate. And then like 50% opacity or something. And then just go, haha. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. That's good enough. I guess it's a bit cleaner if I do this. Oh, damn it. Didn't actually do what I meant to do. There we go. This is a somewhat cleaner trick to pull. If I actually clean up the inputs, then there's not a bunch of data already on it, making it hard to look at. Let's go 100% opacity, and instead, oops. What's going on? What's wrong with my magic wand tool? Oh, it's just, oh, the colors are too similar. So I had to make it less sensitive. More sensitive? How would you quantify that? Whatever. Ta-da! Do her eyes count? Do her eyes count? IDK my BFF Jill? Let's get a big old chalk piece. It's on a new layer, so it's not going to mess things up. So you need 3, then you need 1. Then these need to be attached to a 6. And that's 2. That's a 2, that's a 2, fill that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then go back to my other window. Oh, this is a mess. My windows are becoming chaos. Okay. And we'll try to put that in like this, and then like this, and boop, ah. Hey, there we go. Just draw a grid over it. What is this, though? What do the eyes mean? Wait. Have I seen that before? I'm trying to think of all the mechanics in the game, and we've been like kind of cycling through them by running around, right? And I don't remember what that is. Also, how do I... If you have to make diamonds into pairs, how do I do that when there's... like... It doesn't give you any feedback about what's wrong, is the issue too. So every diamond has to be paired with another diamond, but there's 3 diamonds. But there's also a bunch of numbers that say 3. Do I treat those like 3 dots? Or something? One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that make the 3s happy. Maybe you only pair one of them with the diamonds? I don't know what to do with the fact that there's only one color diamond, but 3 options. Okay, so now we know. Okay, so there's a 2 here. A 2 here. Oh my god, the particles are invisible right now, so that's just useless as a marker. But there's 2, 1, 2. And then there's... So I need to add 2 dots to this. Like here, I guess? Is it happy already? Did I win? What other data is there? Because these are diamonds. But they just have to be paired. And this one can't be paired with that one because the 2 and the 1 and the 2 are right here. So like... Those are... opposite from each. So it's gonna be that one and that one and that one and that one. I don't think the arms mean anything. Do the arms mean anything? The arms worry me because they could be like horizontal and diagonal lines, like the shapes have to match. Maybe. But I think they look too different. They don't match the normal symbology. I think that's too abstract of a leap. But I also don't know why. Oh, right. Problem is that this diagonal line is not a combined shape. So 2, 1, 2. There we go. Yeah, I missed it. So I was fine on the diamonds. I just wasn't making these a 2, 1, and a 2 correctly because a diagonal line of 5 is not actually combined. Okay, we solved 2 of these. That's something. This one I solved an eternity ago because it's like barely a puzzle by comparison. This one worries me about what exactly the data even is.